Do you ever feel like your mind is attacking you? Like you can't stop replaying conversations, analyzing what you said, what you should have said, what they might have meant? Do you create worst-case scenarios so detailed they feel real? Do you get mentally exhausted without doing anything physical at all? And here's the uncomfortable question. What if the problem isn't anxiety? What if it's the way your brain is wired? Because overthinking isn't just thinking too much. It's a specific cognitive pattern, and it shows up more often in minds with high processing complexity. But let me ask you something before we go further. Does your mind feel like your greatest strength? Or like a machine that never shuts off? Overthinking is not thinking too much. It's thinking without mercy. It's your brain running simulations you never asked for, replaying moments that are already dead, interrogating yourself like you're both the suspect and the prosecutor. Most people think overthinking is emotional. It's not. It's structural. It's what happens when a brain with high processing capacity doesn't have a stopping mechanism. Your mind doesn't just notice details, it expands them. It doesn't just consider possibilities, it multiplies them. It doesn't just reflect, it dissects. And here's the part nobody tells you: the same cognitive depth that allows you to see patterns also forces you to see threats. The same awareness that makes you perceptive makes you hyper-aware of mistakes. The same mental simulation ability that helps you predict outcomes traps you in imagined disasters. Overthinking is not weakness. It's unregulated cognitive intensity. Your brain is constantly scanning. What did that tone mean? Was that disrespect? Did I say too much? Did I not say enough? What are they thinking now? What will happen next? It never rests because it was built to analyze. But analysis without boundaries turns into rumination. And rumination turns into exhaustion. This is why you feel tired after social interactions, why you hesitate before decisions, why you replay conversations in the shower, why you struggle to just relax. Your mind isn't broken. It's overactive in the wrong direction. And the real danger isn't that you think too much, it's that you've never been taught how to control the intensity of your own cognition. So here's the real question. If your brain is this powerful, what exactly is happening inside it that makes it impossible to switch off? Overthinking isn't random. There's a network in your brain called the default mode network. It activates when you're reflecting, simulating, replaying experiences. In some people, this network shows stronger connectivity, more internal processing, more cross-referencing. Add heightened prefrontal cortex activity, the part responsible for planning and risk evaluation. And you get constant cognitive modeling. This doesn't mean overthinking equals high IQ, but research does show correlation between complex cognitive processing and increased internal simulation. Some brains don't just experience life, they analyze it in layers. And layered cognition without regulation creates friction, which leads to a side effect most people don't expect. When your brain constantly simulates possibilities, it also simulates threats. Social mistakes, rejection, failure, regret. So you replay conversations, you analyze tone, you question yourself. Minds that analyze everything also doubt everything. The more perspectives you can generate, the harder it becomes to commit to one. Decision paralysis begins. Fatigue builds. You hesitate before speaking, before sending, before starting. Not because you're weak, but because your brain sees too many outcomes and wants certainty before action, but certainty rarely comes. And this is where subtle self-sabotage starts. Not dramatic, just delay. And most people blame discipline. But the root isn't laziness, it's overload. So why does this pattern show up more in cognitively complex minds? High complexity minds simulate, compare, and evaluate fast. They run multiple future scenarios in seconds. They're socially aware. They hold high internal standards, but that strength creates pressure. If you can imagine multiple ways something can fail, your brain treats each one as real. If you detect subtle social signals, you start monitoring yourself constantly. If your standards are high, good enough never feels safe. This isn't superiority, it's cognitive density, more variables, more processing, more internal noise. Without boundaries, more chaos. So now the real question is, if this is structural, can it be controlled? If your brain is high-powered, you don't calm it down. You redirect it. Here are 4 ways to do that. 1. Cognitive externalization. Your mind loops because it's trying to hold unfinished simulations. Write them down, not journaling, not emotional dumping, structured extraction. Take the exact thought loop and turn it into what happened, what I fear, what is actually in my control. The brain stops looping when information leaves working memory. If it stays inside your head, it feels unresolved. Once it's external, it becomes finite. 2. Decision deadlines. High processing minds delay decisions because they can see too many outcomes. So you impose a rule. Low impact decisions leads to 60 seconds. Medium impact decisions leads to 10 minutes. High impact decisions leads to 24 hours max. No extension. Overthinking feeds on open timelines. Boundaries starve it. 3. Physical interrupt pattern. Rumination is neurological momentum. You break momentum physically. Stand up. Cold water on wrists. 10 push-ups. Step outside. It sounds simple, but cognition and physiology are linked. Change state to change thought velocity. Your brain cannot maintain the same loop in a different physical state. 4. Controlled analysis window. Instead of trying to stop thinking, schedule thinking. Set a 15-minute window, analyze everything you want. Worst-case scenarios included. When the timer ends, analysis ends. If the thought returns later, you say, scheduled for tomorrow. This trains cognitive authority, not suppression. Authority, because the truth is, your brain isn't the enemy. It just doesn't know who's in charge yet. Overthinking was never the real problem. Lack of cognitive control was, you were given intensity, but no instruction manual. And maybe for the first time you're realizing something. Your mind isn't weak, it's powerful without boundaries. And power without boundaries feels like chaos. But here's what most people don't understand. Overthinking is only one side of this pattern. The other side? It's the reason so many high-processing minds struggle with procrastination. Not because they're lazy, not because they lack discipline, but because their brain evaluates so many possibilities. That starting feels dangerous. And in the next video, I'm going to break down exactly why intelligent minds delay action and how that pattern forms neurologically. Because if you don't understand that mechanism, you'll keep blaming yourself for something structural. So ask yourself this: are you actually procrastinating? Or is your brain running risk analysis at full speed? I'll see you in the next one.